Hello, everyone, and welcome to Solshow, and welcome to the Carnage, to Venom. Let There Be Carnage review. So, the first Venom film. I think I like that film more than your average person. A lot of people really hate that movie. I enjoyed it. I remember it was an enjoyable film. It was funny. There's some characters I did end up caring about. It got a good solid pass for me. Then here's the sequel. This film does not get a pass from me. Not anymore. You're not gonna do this to me twice, Sony. Venom Cinematic Universe. I don't really know what the rules are yet. I think that'll be explained to us soon. But as it stands, Venom Let There Be Carnage takes place shortly thereafter the original film, and really this film accomplishes almost nothing. First off, in terms of character work, it's really just immediately starting off right where the last film ended. Carnage and Eddie Brock have this like kind of budding relationship. They still kind of respect and like each other at the end of the day. And that's all well and great, but they're gonna have the exact same hiccups that they had in the first film. So like everything we got done there is now meaningless. And on top of that, it's even less funny. It's even more cheesy and hokey, and now it just feels like it's doing it at twice the speed. And I feel like I got everything out of the first film. I got enough funny banter between Eddie and Venom to last me the rest of my life. I don't need a lesser version of that in this film, and that's like really the best thing about this film is that haha, Venom's a silly guy now. And really, between that and the fact that he, doesn't have the spider powers and isn't even interacting with like Spider-Man characters, this doesn't really feel like the Venom. Like I remember being a Spider-Man kid and like playing the video games and seeing Venom, and he was just this monster. And now it's like I don't even want him to interact with Spider-Man. I don't even want this version of Venom to somehow make it into the multiverse. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think what they could do that would be actually interesting, and I just don't know. I'd rather have my villain Venom, and on top of that, Carnage, who was a character as a kid. Again, I didn't have the internet. I just had, like, my small little video games or what else, and they treated Carnage like a fucking monster, man. I remember Carnage was like there was, like, a secret boss that's, like, super totally strong. He's like the Broly of the Spider-Man franchise. And that's the way I always looked at Carnage. And I never really got to see the full story behind him. Again, I'm not a comic book reader. So finally we get Carnage, who's played by Woody Harrelson, and he's giving kind of a hokey performance here. It's Woody Harrelson, and I don't think he's doing a bad job. I think he was just miscast here. And his really big character moment is that he has this girlfriend, and they are like the Bonnie and Clyde of super powered freaks who are going on rampages. And that is one of the more interesting things about the film. But like in another movie, that would have been the least interesting thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like she her character is a little all over the place, and by the time it's resolved, you just don't care. And the same thing with Carnage. This film disposes of him very cheaply. There's a one funny line that they use, and that line's pretty great, but at the cost of the character, the whole movie. Um, and again, it's pretty much the same giant CGI Venom versus Venom like creature that was in the first movie. This one might be a little bit better. You can see more, but it's still not enough to carry a film. Those things were cool, but there's so many things that offended me that really took any of the enjoyment out from me. I don't care about Venom's girlfriend or her boyfriend, their weird relationship. Again, it just feels like we're treading the same tracks of the first film. We're gonna have that friendship arc where the characters got to break up and they do the exact same thing that they do in every movie, and they're going to get back together within 20 minutes. Characters can't be separated for 20 minutes, and that's exactly what happens. And in that time, Venom goes on like a rave, and everyone thinks he's cosplaying. Like it's borderline like so bad it's good kind of movie. Like he's just doing dumb shit. Again, this is Venom, the big scary guy, and the way he uses sound and fire, Venom's weaknesses, it doesn't make sense half the time. Then we got Tom Hardy, he's enjoyable. He's still doing the exact same thing as the first movie, but again, it's diminishing returns. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember the last time I was this bored during a superhero movie in the theaters. On top of that, this just feels like Venom DLC. This whole movie feels like a big paycheck for everybody and doesn't need to be PG-13. Everyone who's reviewed this movie will tell you that it should have been rated R. They could have done a lot more with Venom and Carnage if it was rated R. Hollywood, it's already been proven rated R superhero movies sell. You could put it at rated R, but they know it's probably going to make just that extra just to be safe and make sure we're going to get that assload of cash, and they got it anyway. So maybe they're right. Maybe movies are just a fucking formula for the masses to be spoon-fed to, and that's exactly how this film makes me feel. Like I'm being spoon-fed superhero comic book nostalgia, only this time it's not actually, at least in the pretty bow and box I'm used to. And what's inside? It's just a big turd. The analogy that Venom used in the first movie, it's just that. It's a turd in the wind. And yeah, you can expect a lot of really good writing just like that in this movie. Anyway, let's get the score. I'm going to give Venom Let There Be Carnage a 5 out of 10. Again, there's those few things I cherry picked that I did like, but at the same time, there is just as much stuff that offended me. So it's a happy middle right there. It's a nothing film. So with that being said, thank you for watching as always. Enjoy all my plethora of other film reviews on this channel. Don't be shy. You can subscribe, get in the comments, do all that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and with that, I leave you.